Okay, we are back once again. And it looks like we're going to be healing some MSH. As I said in the earlier stream, I am actually a healer. Although others may know me as a tank. Or a DPS. Well, sometimes a DPS. I do also DPS. Okay. Okay. Let's get settled in, put some music on. Okay. Let's see. So I haven't put these builds out yet, but I have updated all of my builds to Celestial Insignias. I mean, not that there was much of a change. Pretty much just upgrading them really, but then I did end up with a way too many stats, so I did have to move a few things around. Okay, what we got? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like a pretty strong team. There's a lot of waiting around that happens in Neverwinter, you know? Which is understandable. It can take some time to get good players. Hey guys, we are basically just hanging around, waiting for an MSH to kick off. And as I said earlier, I am a healer. This is what I was talking about as well. So if your healers in MSH run the Demon Ward, it frees the tank up to then use a campaign ward, and they stack, so you can get like an additional 8% or 10% more damage mitigation. Yeah, like so. Same applies to the Slayers, by the way. Oh, someone did mention something about Giants earlier as well. Ah, damn, okay. So we don't have Giants in here. I'm pretty sure there's still a Stronghold on though. It was a really weird mod, that one. So they re-released Hot Now and then they put a dungeon out that didn't really have anything to do with the actual campaign. Undead Scorpion Mystic Spelljammer. Fuck, do I even have a Spelljammer? I do. Of course I do. Why would I not? Mystic Aura and cool. Right, so here is where you get your overload enchantments. Wait, is there no giant one in here anymore? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, giant ward. Yeah. So if it is giants in the new content, get your giant ward. And your giant slayers. I imagine they'll release some campaign ones as well, so you'll be able to like double stack them hopefully. Oh, and I said earlier, okay. Now I'm not a fashion dude, okay, but I recently got the MTOS chess piece and it looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, I can't switch for 5 minutes. I'll show you later. But Merrilox The Ruinous is looking significantly more ruinous these days. Put it that way. Wrong one. Oh, there we go.
Ah, my soul collector. How good.
And a sword in my hand.
Stained by a verse.
Okay.
By wild space, and the bloods of myriad deaths. I can smell your soul from here. It will do very nicely.
Tidy. So I don't know if I've actually streamed me healing before, but you'll get to see it right now. Let's hope I'm half as good as I claim to be. Ah, yes. Integral part of any trial run, AFKing for 5 minutes before you start.
Let's show 'em how the real is.
Your flesh sours. Fall.
Dear Lord, save me from tanks who move around a lot. I can't really say anything, I move around loads. So, on the Warlock, it's very useful to run Revitalise here so that you can... And we're locked out, lovely. So that you can clear the poison stack on the tank. And any melee DPS that you might have as well.
Shields build in guessing.
No, this is my hot build.
Death rains from above. The sky folds.
Yes, I am quite proud of this Warlock heal build. It has disgusting amounts of shields on it. I think those black holes are the most irritating mechanic in any bloody part of this game. That at-will's hurt is pretty annoying as well. Tank's doing a pretty good job holding that aggro. What? Oh. I swear to God, this game sometimes. So that particular mechanic is an absolute nightmare for pretty much everyone because it doesn't react correctly, basically.
At some point we need to run Ash, so you can see Mighty in action.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. You can double tank it if you want. There's been quite a lot of lag recently as well. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the servers. Okay, so anybody watching from PC, this is why this is so bloody annoying on the PlayStation, right? Even if you're not in it, you get completely blocked out by it. Ugh. Okay, we're going to red. Where's my tank? There's my tank. Oof, good luck, Pete. Let's go. That's the other thing that Revitalize is quite useful for, as we're running through the maze. Ah! I'm going to assume that we're swapping heals. Ah, okay, so this no at wills actually really badly affects a Warlock because we lose our ability to shield with our R2. And like you don't necessarily need a shielder on green, but fuck, it makes it so much easier.
What is death but fear realized?
Stand there. Man, I don't care. Warlock Healer is definitely one of the most fun, in my opinion. Apart from when everybody starts spamming that at will. Join at will's hits and low HP. Oof, nice take route. Okay, and relax. Oh my god. You can see why Warlocks and many other classes get very frustrated by that particular mechanic, right? Okay. Sorry, I get a bit quiet when I need to concentrate to that degree. Man, if you ever have green boss loss,
I
it's...
can almost do a MLND on my T. Just last boss need more stamina regen.
Oh yeah, Master Lair, the Mad Dragon, is quite the tester. You can avoid most... Oh my god. You can avoid most of the damage that you receive on the last boss in LMMD, but it does take a bit of practice. There's a lot of stuff you can do as well. You can get like 10% less damage from Dragon's Ring. You can run a Dragon Ward Overload. There's lots of ways to tackle that last boss. I know Ice is technically one of the easier ones, but it's absolutely bloody bonkers.
You in Master or Advanced?
This would be Master, my friend. No judgment, no judgment.
The sky falls. It's slumber. It's
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I swear everything kills you in that.
It certainly does, my friend. It certainly does. Oh no, 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 oh no. Oh my god. 4 death stacks. That's not good. Okay, everybody settle down. Yeah, there's a big problem with the actual mechanics in Master, to be honest. Like you saw with the green circle before, with the circle on green, like you can legitimately not be in the mechanic and it'll still kill you, unfortunately.
death reigns from above. Glory and death.
Nice late arty there. Maybe I should go shield lock. I haven't really tried a shield lock in here.
Do I need armed or MLND chest plated for my TBC? I can't do sod.
Nah, you don't need anything from there now. I mean, it's good to know how to do it though, but the gear has moved on. Yeah, I think the thing for LMD was the chest piece that dropped at the end, and it was just mostly healers and DPS, to be honest. And, you know, there's alternatives and other things for that. You don't necessarily need that particular one. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, little secret just between me and you. You didn't see anything, I didn't see anything, nobody knows anything.
I do that.
Do what?
Souls of the damned I beckon thee. I alone
This side. I think. Yes, okay.
Are you on red?
I'm on green side. We got everyone. Yeah, sometimes tank go a little bit too fast through there, and it causes issue for the DPS.
gates, hero!
Nice.
This way lies your salvation!
Yeah, okay, looks like we've got everybody. Damn, Red got there at the same time. They either went very fast or we went quite slow. So for those of you unfamiliar with the correct tactic for this bridge, you have one tank go ahead and drag all of those mobs forwards, and then you have one tank hold back behind and stop any from like steamrolling onto the DPS. Of course, you also unfortunately not everybody gets the memo and they end up holding far further back than they should do, and then whatever tank is bringing up the rear ends up just steamrolling other mobs on top of them. Oh, are we a player down? Okay, yeah, one player down, but that's fine. You can finish with 9. So, incidentally, that's why we actually split up by group at that stage. It's because
When I go home, Bri, everyone panics, and Tri's getting to the end ASAP and causes a wipe.
yes, yeah, those sort of chaotic runs, or chaos, because I've seen that happen in like RTQ as well, like the mad dash for the end. But like you say, it can cause wipes. What was I saying? Yeah, the reason why we split into groups is because the tank can't actually see people not in their group very well. So, you've probably seen me do it before, but I'll run ahead a certain amount and then I expect 4 more people to come in, and I expect them all to be, you know, so if there are additional people that I'm not aware of, then it makes it a bit more tricky keeping track of everyone. I did have a really weird run once where I ended up like I had 8 people on my side, I think. I was just shepherding them all across. It was fun, just unexpected, right? You got to adapt on the fly. Oh, look at that. Strong Merry. I told you guys I was a healer. And this nearly exact build is available on the channel. Yeah, I haven't put out the Celestial ones yet, have I? But it's still the same, pretty much. Oh, looks like we're done.
In saving for Scorp now that I have flap, but don't go on that now.
Yeah, well, for MSH they do. It's because of the way the maze mechanics works. It's pretty much just MSH though. But that's also available via the trade bar merchant, if you're not aware. Oof, it's quite pricey, but I don't know how much that works out to in AD, but there are alternatives. That lich is pretty good for a tank as well if you don't have that yet, Squish.
F that trade bar in skint.
Well, it used to be only available through AD, and the prices would skyrocket. But the fact that it's there in the trade bar store is kind of keeping the cost down. Well, not keeping it down that much, but relatively reasonable. Comes from the redeemed pack, which
I have lit though I love it, same for slime.
Yeah, the slime's pretty good as well. Yeah, like there's literally no redeemed packs anymore. That's they came out with the Zariel thing, the redeemed Citadel. Yeah, there's not many natural sources of what do you call it? Scorpions anymore. It's like wolves as well. Those things are like bloody gold dust. What are they going for now? Oh. I mean, that's still crazy, but I'm pretty sure last time I saw them, they were like up around 10 or 15, so that could be worse. Tell you what, should we go into PE and just do some random stuff? Oh, no, we have it out. Definitely
Lady
some
Ash of
weird
me.
luck going on. There we go, M-Sword. Hopefully not DPS, I did not have a proper M-Sword build. DOT, 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 DOT. Fuck it, we'll go D. The thing is, right, I actually have a keyboard right next to me, but I still type this out by hand. It's a bad habit. So I'll do a few on the day so that you guys, I can prove that I also do fear. That one, right? I have not spent time updating all my builds, and I really need to. Alright guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, what did we miss? So I have my last DPS build that I put out is somewhat out of date now. I have incorporated a build of the damage boots. And it slaps. It does slap. Well, this isn't really a very good MSOD build, but my MSH build is very good. I don't know. It's kind of a moving target, to be honest. Obviously, as I improve my build, everybody else improves their builds, and then it just keeps going. Crit stab is over by that. There we go. I've only upgraded a limited amount of Insignias to Celestial at the minute, so I got my healer ones done, I got my tank ones done. It was still quite a lot, but I had been saving for quite a while.
I was about to send you a mythic insight to help you get them to Celestial, but never mind, you have them done.
Appreciate it, man, but you don't need to send me anything. I do all right stuff wise. I have been collecting my Celestial Essence.
If you want it, you can have it.
No, Squish, no. Nobody needs to send me anything, okay? No, I'm more than fine. Yeah, so we're now up to 15 Celestial Essences there. And we got 3 in here from the... Yeah, 3 in here from the vendor. So, we only have another 150 to go or whatever. It's more of a nice to have, really, because obviously it's the irritation of moving those insignias around all the time that kind of stops me from bothering to play the other ones, or the other tunes I have. It's like I do quite enjoy tanking on the barb as well, which I don't usually show, but it's more fun. The buttons that you press are more fun than the buttons that you press on the fighter. If that makes sense. I don't know. Oh, I absolutely hate Marco as well, so I'm gonna switch off that, and then hopefully they don't put me back on it.
I got 3 mythic ATM in opening loads of chests.
Well, just remember, those chests are basically gamble boxes, so buyer beware. I know everybody does it, we all open the chests, but they are, yeah, they're not, yeah, well, just buy beware, right? Be aware. It's just digital stuff. This is what I was talking about. Look at this goddamn Warlock now, man. Right? Right? That looks like a Ruinous. The Ruinous. Just need to get that damn Beholder cape now. Just one deathless run.
IQ send me like 3 pics of it.
I know, because look how cool it is, bro. If anyone's interested, the chess piece comes from completing the MTOS challenges, web hacker. I've been sitting on, the only one I need was Iron Willed, and it's been just sat there for like 2 years because I hadn't really bothered. But yeah, got it the other day. You know what I mean? Who needs fashion when you look this good? At least, you know what? The new area looks a lot nicer than this area. This area is kind of nasty.
Where does that cape come from with the eyes?
That is the Tom Banner cape. To get that one, you have to complete Tower of the Mage with 0 deaths. I think it comes with a title as well, doesn't it? History.
Master.
There's only one version of Tom. But yeah, Master. That one I think is a Tom one. The Sane. Better by leaps and bounds
Is
is
it hard
a
if
tricky
not in
one.
getting a group RN?
Tom was the hardest dungeon before MGR came along. With how overpowered we are these days, it's not difficult in that sense, but you're gonna need to learn the mechanics. It's not something you can just walk into and complete. Well, I mean, same with any trial, but those ones specifically, like Tom, MGR, I suppose even Zariel to an extent, they were a lot more. Yeah, they're a lot more sort of mechanic heavy rather than like environmental. Yeah, I don't know. So like the latest new trials like Moondancer and MSH, those have been more like skirmish trials. You know, there's a lot of moving around. It's Tom is more of a lots of mechanics happening very fast, and you need to know what mechanics come in next in order to respond to it. So it's muscle memory, practice, knowing where to look, and then also you got to do good damage, and your tanks have got to be on point. And yeah, there's a mechanic for every role basically. And don't get that so much these days. It's a really fun dungeon to do, though. It's just a shame the rewards aren't really up to much now, but there was a time when the Lionheart weapons were the best weapons in the game. Before they nerfed them. I've still got them somewhere.
You'll wait then, but I want that for my Warlock.
You can't copy my entire fit, bro. Well, I suppose you can, but there will be only one Merry. So if I remember rightly, these used to give 10% damage boost, and then they nerfed them. And then they allowed them to be unbound so that they could be sold.
Myself Mary Jr.
You absolutely do not call yourself Mary Jr. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, Lionheart pack blade. So this was the old sort of weapon artifact. Artifact weapons sort of setup. Yeah, and then they allowed these to be unbound, so then you started seeing a lot of people going around with unbound weapons. It was almost like there was a certain stigma attached to people running around with unbound weapons, because obviously they hadn't got them themselves. Well, I mean, up to a point, right? Because obviously, since I've got so many tunes, I would get a weapon set and then unbind it so that I could just pass it around my tunes, but yeah, there's definitely a stigma attached to not earning your weapons in the traditional way. I've got so much junk. And if you're wondering why I keep holding on to all of this stuff, it's because one time I once threw something away and I could not get it back, and it turned out to be, it came into the meta. Like good old Band of Air. That thing was insane for ages. If they ever fixed the Mythalar as well, that might come back again. It's this 100 magnitude damage, but currently it's bugged, so it doesn't actually scale with your stats or anything, so the damage is just hideously low. So we're basically just hanging around at the minute, waiting for an M-SOD queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're waiting for 1 DPS, it looks like. Do you know, I do not enjoy this zone.
First time I'm seeing someone stream Neverwinter.
Ah, well, welcome, my friend. I fire it up occasionally when I can. Obviously, it's not like the biggest potential audience, but sometimes it's nice just to get on and chat to people, show them some of the stuff that we do.
I play this game a lot, it's very fun, but it's very pay to win now.
Indeed, yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's not impossible to farm up to endgame, but the amount of time it'd take, I mean, yeah, people just lose interest, I think. They're doing an event at the minute, you're probably aware if you've been playing, where you can get yourself I don't know. I think they might describe them as like I mean, the characters that they're offering are not endgame, and they are absolutely nowhere near endgame. But It is. It does skip a year's worth of farming, so you know it's good in that respect. Yeah, it's just this game is about 3 different games basically. You sort of entry level players, your mid game, well maybe 4 actually. Entry, mid game, beginning end game, and then like end game, end game. And end game is a different beast, to be perfectly honest. Oh, here we go. Right, yeah, okay. Is that right? I'll have to see inside the dungeon. Right, let's go. Oh,
I've been farming armed and acid for gear, so I can try doing some master dungeons.
nice. ASOD has probably got the best farm potential at the minute for getting rings to sort of solve for AD. I don't know what it's like since they brought the rerolls in, but that Sanguine ring was very expensive. Oh, there you go, yeah. Now, I've got that and I use that, but that's probably the best thing you can sell at the minute for profit, that you can farm. So, you know, get those ASOD groups together, go make your riches. Now, my exclamation of terror before was because we've got 2 bards in the group, and if you don't know, bards are like Warlock kryptonite. Especially in this dungeon. A lot of their powers, like when they start doing their resets, it actually desyncs the dungeon, and it makes the Warlock in particular very difficult to animation cancel on. So you may not see you may not see good damage out of me right now. In fact, I'd be surprised if I even stay on the platform. Saying that, they're both absolutely brilliant bards, especially Aurelie. You might have seen us doing the MSOD speedrun a while back when Aurelie on his healer solo healed the entire thing. Absolutely phenomenal player. Very, very good. Okay, so we don't appear to be lagging right now, but just wait until those bars ramp up. I went through like so many builds for this one. Oh, also, I don't know if you saw the preview stream earlier, but these boots in combination with those 2 new pants and shirts are going to make DPS are going to be killing themselves a lot, basically.
To me, the weary and burdened, I will give you rest.
So this is this is a very, very, very experienced team for this dungeon. Some of these guys have ran this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. It's kind of gotten a second wind now that there's rerolls available. We're all kind of trying to get that celestial essence, especially some of these guys who've got like they actually run all 19s at endgame. Yeah, you see? Did you see that encounter there where it was that is the effects of the bards, unfortunately. Oh my god, you see? And my mount didn't even go off. Let's say. Bards are absolute Warlock kryptonite.
Shields build in guessing. XD call myself Mary Jr. First time I'm seeing someone stream Neverwinter. I play this game a lot, it's very fun, but it's very pay to win now. I've been farming armed and acid for gear, so I can try doing some master dungeons.
Yeah, so basically with the bard in here, this is going to turn into a complete lag fest. I doubt anybody's going to get any particularly good damage besides the two of them, unfortunately. But such is life. It's not as bad as it was at the beginning when it first came out. That's when all the bards were still on performers, because performers makes it much, much worse than the lore master side. Oh. Alright. So Aurelia is absolutely kicking my ass, but then I'm kind of not doing too bad. For anyone out there struggling with this jumping, I recommend going into the RTQ version or advanced version and then just practicing it. That's all it takes.
My Lord is right by his hand, my salvation. Fear me.
Now this is where you find out if your boots have kicked in or not, because you can quite easily get one shot in that hypo. if the boots kick in and you don't have a decent shield. Oh my god, look at that. Whoa, big damage. Oh man, that's nearly what we were doing on the speedrun. Wow. I'm guessing I really had a lot of resets there on his bard. Oof.
I'll burn you all where you stand.
Okay, yeah, this this DPS is a bit mental. Oh man. So the strategy we employ downstairs is support DPS support, which means that the supports would throw their arties on the first and the last, along with the DPS's mounts, and then the DPS throw their arties on the second, along with the dailies and stuff like that. That just gives sort of a good sort of coverage of stuff. Probably won't be able to get the mount off here though. What a waste. Quick, 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 quick. No. Okay, let's go find a random mob to throw this mount on. So there's situations that arise when there's like DPS is this high. You basically you don't even get time to throw your stuff, right? So originally Cleric's DPS was doing amazing in here because of the Prophecy of Doom. But then once everybody else started doing just a little bit more damage, suddenly the Cleric's damage just dropped completely. Because the pods just stopped going off because we were phasing too quickly with the damage.
I play this game a lot, it's very fun, but it's very pay to win now. I've been farming armed and acid for gear, so I can try doing some master dungeons.
Similar issue with the rogue, I think as well. With Shadow Demise. I don't recommend trying that maneuver. Oh, what the? Ooh. So some DPS like to leave it very late to come in, but sometimes we do take it at the boss. So I got a little bit worried and confused there.
I'll burn you all where you stand.
You putrid wretch!
Absolutely melted. So there's a lot of kind of tricks that DPS can do down here. Range
And
is
back how many
particularly.
completions?
Say that again, sorry. How many completions? Well, I can't even count them anymore. We were running this like
Yes.
6 hours a day for 3 months. So I suppose a lot. Yeah, that grind is
I mean this
pretty
run.
brutal. Oh god damn. This run we only just started, so like we haven't completed any yet. Strong, 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 strong bard.
Me down! Dolor so pieces, Natok.
That's me.
Vel Aja, Dolor Dictus.
This you might not be
Bards
seeing it
do
on
great
your
in
end.
this trial.
Bards do great in this. Bards do great in every trial, my friend. But part of the reason why they do so great is because, oh my god, did you see that? I nearly went. Their powers directly sort of lag out other DPS players, particularly Warlocks. And don't get me wrong, like Aureli's absolutely brilliant. He'd probably be beating me DPS wise anyway, but I am kind of handicapped as well because I'm having to press these buttons like 5 times to get these powers to go off.
Dolor Flagris.
Big damage. And the tank did that on
Low, I need
purpose.
to play one to wind you up.
Holy shit, look at that. 700 milled. Well, let me tell you guys, that does not often happen. Jesus
GG.
Christ. Oh man, talk about powerful. But at least I'm second, I suppose. Holy Christ. Boom. Alright guys, I need 2 minutes. Back in a sec. Okay, we're back.
Is Jersey a ranger /
Jersey is a barbarian. Speaking of which, if you ever come across someone called Guts, they're probably one of the most insanely high damage in here, and they're a barbarian. Oh yeah, but rangers in particular, like the wardens, they absolutely eat damage-wise downstairs. I think Siren might still be top of the leaderboard in here. He's one of our players. And of course the leaderboards just doesn't work very well. Oh, there you go, Dreadnoks.
Yeah, a lot of barbs are doing well this mod.
No, they're not. No, I mean, no offense. The good ones will always do good, but like melee in particular seems to be struggling quite hard in what do you call it? MSH. Very good barbs can do very well in MSOD. The sheer level of animation cancelling that they need to do is pretty crazy, though. That's a lot of overcapping, isn't it? Let's have a look. That's a bit better. I did have a build that was running a damage overload and a phasage with
What
phasage
class would you say are doing well for endgame content besides the bard?
Bard, Warlock, Rangers. Yeah, those are probably top three. I mean, the thing is, I run with some very, very good players, right? And all of them can beat any class on their like best chosen class. So if you're thinking just like pick up and do maximum damage, it's not. There's not really one class to do that with, unfortunately. Like there's. There is a guy in my guild who will beat any DPS on any class. Like he'll beat bards on a warlock, he'll beat... Oh man, he's just insane. But yeah, for just like raw broken damage, it's the bard. But then, you know, you also need to know how to play the bard. Like it's not every bard in the game that would be able to 700 mil me like that. It's very much a incredibly skillful player. I mean, not that I'm saying that I'm not a particularly good DPS myself, but I'm certainly probably better than your average.
I always thought Rangers were slept on.
Oh man, no, I mean, like we've got a guy in our guild who's just absolutely... Oh man, I missed the bloody mount again. Yeah, no, Rangers are capable of insane damage, especially with that new, what is it? There's something where you pop a daily and it gives your next encounter like 60% damage increase, and a ranger can pop it like a mini daily very, very regularly, right? But the ranger is an absolute nightmare. I used to joke, my mate who does play that ranger was going to give himself arthritis by the time he was bloody... because, well, to play any of these top damage ones at their maximum damage, you know, you're probably going to hurt your hands in some form.
Low Elfat's facts.
But you know, they're all... There's no class that's just like inherently incapable of doing damage, right? Well, apart from the Paladin, I suppose, but it's just whether they're like optimal in whatever content you're running. Like, you don't see that many fighter DPS around anymore, but
Yeah.
they're more than capable of doing damage, right? Oh, not presenting well today, guys. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get our mount off this time up top. But like I say, in here, Bards are basically a Warlock debuff directly. Where's our heals? Ah! Oof.
My Lord is not punished by his hand. My salvation. Fear me.
If you weren't playing the Warlock, what would be your second go-to?
For DPS, I played the Warlock and the Wizard. Like my very first character ever was a Ranger, but I preferred it when they had the old sort of Paragon system where you could mix and match a lot more. Yeah, I mean, I've got one of every tune, but endgame DPSing, I'd only really go for the Warlock or the Wizard. And usually I'd switch to the Wizard when my hands start hurting from playing the Warlock too much, right? And you're not going to... The Wizard generally at the minute is not going to be the top DPS if you're surrounded by like competent other players, but they're always useful and they will always do decent damage, if not top damage. A lot of the reasons why they're not topping the boards as well as they could do is because of their usefulness, right? So they're using their control powers to make the runs go smoother. And as such, they lose a little bit of damage sometimes, but the Wizard's been pretty consistent for God knows how many years. They were very much on top at one point during the Moon Dancer and MTOS days. God, yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely impossible to beat a Wizard because there was a bug on Enchanter's Hex where their Arcane Singularity daily would constantly proc Enchanter's Hex. So they just pop off. Just pop that off in a group of mobs and they just instantly melt. Crazy damage. Oof. Fluffed that mount a bit too early. Should be fine.
Why you stop playing the ranger?
Basically, I took an extended break and I came back and I just didn't know how to play it anymore. Like, they changed the entire Paragon system. Nothing made sense. I'm like, okay, might as well start a new character. And that's when I started the Warlock. And then after some time of being a somewhat mediocre Warlock DPS, I switched to a Warlock healer. And I was quite good at Warlock healing. And then, as fate would have it, I made a tank. I got stuck playing the damn thing ever since. Oh no, I joke. I do enjoy playing the tank, but it was only ever like a side project.
Ah, so you also took a break from this game?
Oh yeah. Yeah, very extended one. I didn't play for like 3 or 4 years, I think. And then, well, came back and I've been going since. Yeah, especially once I joined Dreadnoks, right? So when I quit the game, or when I stopped playing for a while, I certainly wasn't Endgame by any stretch of the imagination. So when I came back, I started.
Do you ever think you will play another class?
Well, I mean, like I say, man, I play all of them, right? I've got all of the tunes.
What's your thoughts of the new mod? You think we need some class balance / nerfs?
They need to take a look at the Bard. You know, no shade. No shade. There's a lot of really good players who play it, but it's just like, you know, where is the fun in that, okay? The whole point of that damage board is people competing, but if one of them just has a outsized and unmatched advantage, then, you know, it takes some of the enjoyment away, right? Yeah, so the new mod, I'm a bit underwhelmed by the gear, especially like I've got grind anxiety after the last bloody 2 mods. If there's that much grinding on those rings, I don't think the players are going to be happy at all. But some of the gear does look pretty good, and the map itself looks really nice. I mean, I was on the server before, previous server before. I don't know if that look is going to translate onto the PlayStation, because it often doesn't, but it was nice having a bit of open space after being stuck in tunnels for the last few mods.
At least it's not a trial.
Well, I mean, kind of, but yeah, it's a lot easier to get hold of 5 people than it is to get hold of 10 people, and it takes a lot less training to do a dungeon than it does to do a trial, to be fair. But it's just the sheer grind of it, right?
For returning players, what class would you recommend to stick with?
In what regards, man? Are you talking DPS, tank, healer, or?
DPS and heals.
If you can tolerate playing it, probably the Bard. They're probably the best bloody well, the most useful healers, and obviously the strongest DPS, as you can see.
I say Opus, but in bad if you ask Mary.
It's always a bard that people are looking for when it comes to heals, and they are pretty much the strongest DPS, but they're a bit of a pain in the arse to play. I mean, Warlock, you've got your DPS and your heals, and they, you know, they're not necessarily first choice when it comes to heals, but they are perfectly capable of doing it, and the DPS is relatively well, yeah, very strong, in fact, very strong. And to get the maximum damage out of them, you do need to sort of animation cancel, so it depends how comfortable you are with doing that, I suppose. I mean, the main thing is, it's, you know, it's, like you say, it's kind of pay to win. It's very expensive to get these tunes up, so...
I mean, at this point everyone using animation cancel / key rebinding. I have a bard, but it's not really new player friendly BC of the songs. It's a Warlock BC, it's not the hardest to learn.
So, this is the thing, right? It may feel like everybody's doing that, but everybody's definitely not doing that, which is why it seems like there's a massive damage gap on a lot of these classes, right? So, your animation cancel on the Warlock is going to give you, like, in a perfect world, like 20% extra. Have I got those already? Yeah, I got those already. That's right, guys, I just rerolled Celestial Boots. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yes, I mean...
www pull.
Yes. I got 2 of these in, like, 2 chests the other day. Damn. Yes, I mean, it's like a cost factor as well, right? So if you really want to heal and DPS, then a Warlock covers both of those things and is easier to play than a Bard. Bard is the one that is currently most sought after because the healer's got all of the buffs and the debuffs, and they do, if you can figure out how to play them properly on the DPS, they do crazy damage. Bard is a much harder healer to play than a Warlock. Warlocks are currently generally preferred over Clerics because, you know, they've got the shield capabilities. Easy DPS to play is a Wizard, okay? It's basically DPS by numbers. There is a rotation, it is timed, it is relatively simple to follow. Like a Warlock DPS, there's not really that much of a rotation, it's pretty chaotic. And obviously you've got an animation cancel to get the damage out. Yeah, so I kind of went all the way around with that answer.
You think the bard will get nerfed anytime soon?
Okay, so the usual reason that they nerf things is not because they're doing like...
No, great answer.
Thank you. The usual reason why they nerf things is not because they're massively out of balance or anything. They start nerfing it when everybody is switched to a bard, right? That's kind of what effect is it having on the game?
In my opinion, it's a Opus is best H if built right.
Well, no, because you're just thinking in terms of shields, right? Shields are very, very meta, but they lack in other ways. So a good pally can solo heal this without any problems, but a less good pally is going to struggle massively because they don't have the hot ability and stuff like that. Like, technically, a shield lock has better shields than the pally. It's just it costs so much bloody divinity to put them on that it's not a viable thing at that point. For outright pure raw healing, the cleric is still the best. But then, like, the warlock can put 3 different hots on you at once. So there's there's lots of different strengths. There's no real situation where a class can't complete something, right? It just depends on how good the player is and how good the team is.
To me,
But in almost all situations,
will give you rest.
if the DPS aren't that good at mechanics or the tank is a bit weak, yes, you're going to want a shielder. You're going to probably want a pally because everybody is so squishy these days that the overshield has become almost like required for DPS not to just get one shot by everything. And, you know, tanks as well sometimes. Oh, that hurt. Sometimes you just get lucky. All this talk about skill. Sometimes it's just a little bit of luck.
If I was you, I'd just play a tune you comfortable on. At the end of the day, it's the chest at the end that matters.
True. I suppose the sort of main consideration is, can you actually get into the runs on the class that you play? So you'll probably see a lot of people are requesting ranged
That's another
DPS for
question I had.
MSH.
So for solo quine endgame content with randoms.
I haven't put the build up yet, have I? My arena build. The thing is, if you are a good DPS and you're solo queuing, I mean, it's going to take a very long time.
Why squishy words?
Indeed. If you want to get into queues quickly, just make any tank. Absolutely any tank, you'll get in much faster. It helps if you're good at playing the tank as well, because I don't know if you've seen the streams where I do that, but sometimes as the tank you will have to carry the run, and it is very difficult to do these days because they took away most of our ability to do any damage. If you are a strong DPS and you go into a completely random queue, you can absolutely carry the entire thing without much difficulty, but obviously DPS positions are so heavily oversubscribed that it's very difficult to get into those situations. If you're in PE, you can quite often get a DPS position, but that, again, like hostess discretion, right? So if you don't look like you're going to be good, then you're less likely to get it. Healers are also generally, they can get into queues faster than DPS, but it can be incredibly stressful actually if you go into a completely random queue and the DPS don't really know what they're doing and the tank is like really weak. It can kind of unless you're a very, very good healer, it can sort of ruin your experience of healing, shall we say. So like when I make new builds, I test them by doing stuff like that. So I'll take a random tank build into one of these things.
Any support is easier to get in stuff.
True, yes.
My lord is my life by his hand.
JZZQ, the reason I'm asking these questions, it's important for new players / returning players to know this.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get more players back, it would be so good, man. I'm sure everyone across all variations of the game has noticed the downtick.
I have a few friends that ask these questions all the time, but they never get a direct answer from people.
Ah, yeah. That's because nobody wants to be responsible for being wrong, right? Well, I mean, it is a complex question, right? It does basically boil down to, like, if you want to play a fighter DPS and you get really, really good at a fighter DPS, you know, that changes the entire
since
meta,
you are
right?
Endgame and know all this, it's more of a simple reply for you.
Yeah, I suppose I've got more awareness of the full capabilities of the classes. Yeah, that's good.
I can stuff fairly new. I haven't been playing for too long and just saying what I've learned / been told.
Yeah, so basically, right, it's the players up in the end game. They do stuff with the tunes that the devs don't even know they're capable of doing, right? And that's how the new meta emerges. But again, it's like, just because somebody at this, you know, on this side of the game, this end of the game, can do that, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody can do that. It's a tricky thing to do, really. It's like we always request, or, well, a lot of us do, we request that the devs don't try to balance the game against Endgame, because it's, you know, restricting what the entire class can do can have a really, really negative impact on people's enjoyment of the game, like lower down.
My friends are around 100k with arena gear and they are stuck. No one wants to pick them up for better content, and they think it's the class there.
No, it's
enchants.
It'll be the arena gear, unfortunately.
What's this? You said in your latest stream you were a healer XD.
I was healing before. You missed it. Damn it. Oh god. But yeah, back to the previous one. So if your friends are going around wearing arena gear, unfortunately, a lot of the sort of people in the game will just look at your gear, and they will then say, they will sort of judge what you're capable of doing based on that.
Quit during that time of frustration.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to run MSOD, people are more likely to pick you up if you have MSOD gear, right? Or at least ASOD gear. And I mean, you can understand why, right? Nobody really wants to spend a lot of time just constantly wiping unless they are, unless it's a training run, and you know that's what they're expecting to go into. Yeah, so the fact that they're wearing arena gear is going to be like, people will look at it, unfortunately, and just go, I don't think these guys are capable of doing the content I want them to do. And yeah, it's just how it goes, unfortunately.
That's why I try bring as many players in my rounds.
Yeah. You're doing good work there, Squish. Okay, so that is what sometimes happens when you wear these damage boots. Out of nowhere, you'll just get popped. Happens less often, at least now.
And these type of questions never get answered even by guild leaders. I think for a content creator, answering these questions will make ret.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, Your guild leaders don't necessarily know either, right? They're just players as well. Takes a I mean, to really know the game inside out, it takes a long time playing at a certain level. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily blame guild leaders. Yeah, still learning as well, right?
That's why I try to get YouTubers to make Bouget, build for new players to get the ropes of things. You are the first actual streamer I tuned in, and you answered all of my questions with honesty.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, feel free to ask any questions you've got. I'm not really interested in hiding any information from anyone. The more people who know how to do things, the better the game gets.
Do you have an open Discord for your supporters?
I hear so many horror stories about these Discords, man. No, I haven't set one up yet. I will think about it.
Sounds good.
But you know, I am on the official Neverwinter one, so if you need to get me on Discord, you can sort of get me through there.
My strength wanes! Strike me down!
What possible reason you could have for like needing me that much, I don't know. But I am contactable. Oh, I mean, it's...
Mary, give me a shout if you want one. I can set one up for you. The training runs chatty CT.
I've got the ability to set one up. It's the desire at the minute I'm lacking.
Well, it's more for like if newer players want to learn how to do master runs correctly.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. It is quite often.
Hey Merilo, pop in to say hi. One
Hey
can only
Gibby,
do
how's it
so
going,
much.
brother? Yeah, I mean, it is quite often Dreadnoks who are some of the first to complete these things, so I suppose it could be... I could at least put all the tutorial vids in there, right? Haha!
Aragon, I think, does tots when new content comes out.
Yeah, I mean, Aragon's stretched a bit thin, I think, unfortunately.
Blessed be the heavens!
I mean, he certainly puts more effort in than I do for, I mean, I don't really bother with the documentation and stuff.
God will rise by my blood!
Alright, I'll be back in 2 months again, guys.
But has fell of envy now and does other games. Oh, you can re-roll those now. Sweet.
Yeah, it's probably worth me saying as well. Um, a lot of the builds I do and the way I play doesn't necessarily go with the accepted meta. You know, I'm quite often. A lot of people, if you told if you told them to do what I do, they would probably say that that was the wrong way to do it. So just whatever I say, take it with a pinch of salt because it's not necessarily what everybody else would do. But you know, I've got the videos to back it up a lot of the times. Yeah, is it CeeLo or is it Cloud? Anyway, yeah, they've added the rerolls into the chest now, so that's why we're running it.
Why doesn't anyone play PvP?
Depends what PvP you mean, man. They basically broke the PvP in the game. There used to be like a PvP
No
league.
rewards
It
from
was
PvP.
it was toxic as all hell, but there used to be some quite good rewards for it. Like there's still PvP zones in Icewind Dale and stuff, but unless you just do it for the love of PvP, there's not really much reason to do it, unfortunately. Chicken PvP is probably the closest thing to like a fun PvP thing they've done recently, and it's significantly better balanced as well.
So people don't bother now as much.
um, well, I mean the old Icewind Dale zones and stuff are pretty much ghost towns, right? Um, but I've got to be perfectly honest with you, I've never even tried the arena PvP stuff. Um, I imagine it's a pretty unpleasant experience for certain classes because some classes just don't have counters. Like a Warlock goes in, Hadar Grasp, killing. I mean, I imagine a Warlock can just instantly melt another player quite easily, and a Wizard as well with the entangling force. Yeah, I mean stuff like Gauntlet Gurm used to be very fun. When you could get like the big 20 versus 20 or 10 versus 10 stuff, and Stronghold Siege was pretty fun as well. But
It's crap I had to go against Gus, and he trapped me I couldn't do out.
oh yeah. Gus takes a lot of flack, but
Ranger
he's a very good
Smith.
player. He's a very good player. Comes up with some absolutely diabolical builds as well. There was a time when Gus would top this MSOP board every single time if he didn't happen to fall off the platform. Yeah, we have some fun shenanigans at Endgame. Mostly just to try to find stuff to do, right? It's like we all want to play the game, but the game's not really given us much to do, unfortunately, a lot of the time. Yeah. Same old cycle, right? Get all your loot, get your tunes built up, and then what's left to do? I mean, obviously for me, it's like a high-ranking member of Dreadnoks. I often do additional runs and stuff just to make sure all my guildies are happy. And I kind of encourage a lot of the guild to go out and do, community support. So go out, run with people, lend them your skill, sort of thing. That's why you might see just Dreadnought's people randomly popping up in places. Very good at just reaching out and helping people.
What's good, Mary? How you doing?
Hey Jay, good to see you, man. I'm doing well. So we had a little stream on the preview server earlier, but we got to the end of the quest chain. We saw some incredibly disappointing items, and some items that look quite good. And I got grind anxiety looking at what they are expecting us to do to get those good items. I hope they adjust it. I just, I might end up doing it, but oh man, I don't know I can handle another bloody, like the MSOD grind, which is brutal. I could not step foot in this dungeon for like a month. But the new zone looks very pretty. It, obviously, I was on the PC to access the preview server, so I don't know if that's how it's going to translate down into the console versions, but it did look quite nice on the PC at least. They're doing some sort of time travel-y thing, and they've got like these instance things.
Video, haha. Man, I'm finna run only MSH now cause they're giving them sod celestial gear for free.
Right? So... I don't know how... Well... I feel a certain way about that, okay? Yes, I do feel a certain way about that. No, listen, it's good for accessibility for, everybody, but oh my God, we put a lot of effort into getting those things, right? But it's also good for players who've been doing this and they haven't got a drop, right? I mean, God knows how much stuff I've got now. Where are we? Oh. Yeah, so it's not like I couldn't get the gear, any more gear if I wanted to, but it's just, I don't know.
Every tank gonna be walking around with 4-meter HP, ha ha ha.
Good. Some squishy tanks out there, man.
Including squishy XD.
Including squishy tank, yeah. Yeah. It's probably a good thing overall, but it's a bit irritating to me personally.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
It's a bit like what they did with those MTOS rings, right? Everyone just ran that, and then next campaign you got a box of rings. What was that one? Was it the Mesmeranzan one? Yeah. Oh no, that was Insignia. Demon Whippets? Yeah, that one. I suppose there's only 2 mods afterwards, so it's... Not immediately. At least they haven't given the celestial weapons away for free, you know?
Yeah, y'all did hundreds of runs for the gear. I feel bad but thankful at the same time.
I'll get over it, man. I'll get over it.
What are the new weapons like?
They're a bit lackluster, to be honest, Squish. Higher item level. The Celestial are better, basically. They do have movement speed on them, though, so I can see situations where that movement speed might be necessary, like if you want to do a speed run, dash challenge in the dungeon or something. But yeah, Celestial are still the best at the minute. It's a bit.
I saw the weapons. I'm just finna farm my Celestial fighter weapons.
Yes, I have. I'm a convert to those weapons on the tank now. The increased item level with the income and damage reduction, plus all the offensive stats you get, are actually very, 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 very good. I wouldn't say they're like. They're not like 100% necessary,
Would you say
right?
if you didn't have Celestial weapons, use the new ones?
No, I would probably still use the mythic ones. If you're running like epic or legendary ones, then yeah, that's getting more equivalent. I mean, it's gonna have to wait until we get hold of them, right, and then see what they look like in a build. But yeah, Celestial are definitely better so far.
Hey JZ, are you on Xbox? It's so hard to find a acid queue when you're not exp. Sorry.
True. Yes. It's like I was saying earlier, right? People tend to, well, especially if you're trying to pick up a random group, right? They're going to look at your gear, and if you don't have the gear that drops from the thing that you're trying to run, they're going to assume that you don't know how to run. I mean, you can try hosting it and asking for XP. I'm pretty sure that's what Squish did.
Yup XD.
Well, I think that might be how he met me, actually. As I do occasionally, just hop into random stuff in like PE.
They need to find a way to make this game crossplay.
We
But
certainly
now
do.
I get asked BC am getting more of a name I think now.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I think the main barrier to crossplay at the minute is the
All
fact
good
that they
chum.
are
I'm happy
supporting
y'all aren't on
um,
Xbox.
they're supporting
Yesterday I
across
had my
the
phone
PlayStation
socket
4
on,
and
and
Xbox
the guy asked
equivalent
me, do you have
and the PlayStation
Masterworks?
5
I
and
report.
Xbox equivalent and the PC, right? Like the game looks completely and utterly different on the PC. You know, it looks much more modern. So like the console games are basically actively restricted in order to maintain the compatibility with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox equivalent. So I think to go true crossplay, they may need to drop PlayStation 4 support and the Xbox equivalent. Don't quote me on that though. Yeah, I'm just thinking like the technology involved. Because it's already a bit awkward between the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. So if you then throw in like my PC's like several times more powerful than the PlayStation 5,
This
so
game would grow loads though, but the Zen Exchange 2 will corrupt.
yeah, that's another issue. So obviously they'd have to keep those things either separate or reset them.
When the guy asked me, "Do you have Masterworks?" I reported him and went to sleep. Anger.
um, yeah, I mean, tank supports are get a really rough deal all the time, right? We get all this shiny new stuff, and then we're never allowed to use it because it's always oh, put this debuff set on, put that debuff set on, and put this ring on, put that ring on. So yeah, I mean, well, those are the things they need to be reprinting, right? Not the stuff that they actually are.
Xbox is fun, but Neverwinter is full of silly billies rolling on the floor laughing.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of people who very confidently go around telling people precisely the wrong thing to do, unfortunately. But, you know, that's the same in any game. And in any situation, to be perfectly honest. I was using the wrong buff food. Damn it. So many very subtle, slight build variations. I really need to go through and rework them all properly. I really need to get that AoE build out at some point. It's my arena build. It's quite good for random queues as well. And then we got the Full Metal Fighter build update. Oh, so much stuff on. And since the next one's since the next one's a dungeon, might get a new Immortal Fighter build as well. See how that goes.
A few people that usually pick me up for MSH got their celestial weapons recently. Main, I'm gonna have some fun with aggro.
Indeed, it is. Yes, especially if they're packing celestial insignias as well. That was quite the learning curve. Well, not learning curve. It's just you got to be a bit more precise with your timings, shall we say? Hey, Jersey.
To me, the weary and burdened, I will give you rest.
Can we rip the aggro? We cannot. Oh, that's another thing to remember when you're tanking as well. The DPS will actively try to rip the aggro to give themselves an ego boost.
Here I found my own power loadout. Just enforced threat, line breaker and anvil. I use enforced threat and anvil for mobs really. TOI2.
Interesting, interesting. So I've been using a lot of Tide of Iron actually for MSH. With the feet equipped, it works really well. So you get the additional boost from the enforced threat with the feet on, and then your Tide of Iron, and then you just get this insane threat multiplier that smashes the threat to bits. Especially if you use Earthshaker like I do. And then the Manticore hits afterwards, it's just, wow. Crazy threat generation. But I'm a big fan of Line Breaker as well, to be honest. I do enjoy that one. I was trialing a Tide of Iron and Threatening Rush sort of rotation, but it gets a little bit hairy with your stamina. The threat was absolutely solid, but obviously you lose start if you die because you've got no stamina. So. Well, that took a bit longer than usual. Presumably the bards didn't get their resets in. Big damage. Oh, look at that. 30 mil on it. Nice. Haha, so fast the mobs haven't respawned. Honestly, one of the best players.
I use Earthshaker and Manticore really early, cause the artifact call comes right after.
Yeah, well I tried to get it so that it lands within the article. I don't know if you've seen me tank this, but you know, sometimes I can hit like a 2 mil Earthshaker. Well, in this one, obviously not an MSH, but you know, I can hit at least a 1 mil Earthshaker if I get lucky with a crit, and then, you know, if you get lucky with the sort of Manticore proc as well. I've seen that Manticore proc in for like 4 million, and obviously aggro is just utterly solid at that point. Come on, Daily! Yes!
Haha man, you have 4 million HP.
Yes, but so once the boots, once several things proc in, that Manticore. I'll see if I can get a video of it. There's several different things that can proc in that also boost your HP, and then if all of that procs in sequence, and then the Manticore goes off, you just do insane damage. So, I mean, we're going in there with base around...
Could you make a video sometime showing us the wizard power setup and rotation? I just made a wizard but don't even know what paragon is Bez.
I actually have a mod 32 wizard build somewhere on the channel,
Yeah,
a relatively
it's
recent
the
one.
rabbit boots, lingering fortification. The Manticore can also crit.
Can Manticore actually crit? I've never seen it crit. Are you sure it can crit? That was such a waste of a daily. I should not have done that. Oh yeah, previous chatter. I've got the wizard build. My wizard build is up, and I do go into the sort of explanation of the rotation. If you want to give that a look first, and then if that doesn't explain it well enough, just drop a comment, and then I can deep dive into it a bit further for you.
Nope, I'm not sure. Don't tell everyone I said Manticore. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, well, Jay told me. Oh, we absolutely fluffed this little sequence of events, unfortunately. Now, not blaming bards for anything, but if there weren't bards in here, I would actually feel a lot more comfortable sort of throwing my daily at this point, knowing that I could animation cancel well enough to get it back in time for upstairs, but I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling that level of sweaty today. I've never been the sweatiest DPS, to be honest. I hope he's using crystal, because I'm going to feel extra bad if he isn't. There's a really fun thing that can sometimes happen on these is the jump buff does not activate. And then you have this moment of sheer panic and terror as you start launching yourself into the void. And then sometimes you're lucky enough to pull it back, sometimes you're not.
We bask in the glory of our new lord. So Isis Natal.
You see, my animation cancelling is completely out of sync. I'm not blaming the bots. I am kind of blaming the bots. Anyway, it's not about topping the board, it's about completing the run, alright? I get so DPS brained when I'm playing DPS, it's crazy.
The mythology. It will withstand. I will best this corruption, you putrid wretch!
And then, I mean, there's a lot of sneaky stuff you can do to kind of get your DPS even higher, but it's not really conducive to actually completing the run, so I will not go into those little nasty tricks that you can do. Oh, I have a. If you've never done this before, or ASOD or anything, I have actually put out a video for how to DPS this. I haven't actually watched it recently, so I don't know. I don't know if it still fully applies, but those sort of the learnings and findings of when we were first learning how to do it. Also how to tank it and how to heal it as well.
High flexed biceps.
Yo yo, how's it going, legend? Is this? Oh no, it's not quite a Dreadnought's Guild run, but it's close.
How do you feel about the celestial rings?
They give me grind anxiety, but some of them look very nice.
Are super tie.
If they keep those rings the way that they are, I think it's not going to be great. Two of them, like, I don't think any of those rings are good for a tank. The DPS ones look pretty good. Okay, it's not that they're not good for a tank, it's just I don't think there's any situation where you'd actually, at endgame where we play, use them. They just don't have the utility that we want, you know. But there's some nice looking DPS ones. Like I think if you ran both DPS ones on a wizard, you would then be able to switch over to Rhymefire Weaving, because you could get that crit sev covered from the other class feature? Feat? Whatever. Whichever one gives you 10%. I think you could probably get rid of that and then put Rhymefire Weaving on. We're going to have so many stats that...
It's nice that you don't always do live streams, bro.
What do you mean? Sorry, yeah, new rings. DPS ones look good. It's basically going to give the DPS so much stats they're not going to know what to do themselves. The healer ones look alright. Tank ones, utterly pointless, unfortunately. And the grind, like I say, is giving me grind anxiety.
I'll show you what the future Zulkir evolutions can do.
Yeah, the tank rings have dang near 15,000 deflect, and they had gear for rangers that gave divinity recharge speed. Gus is about to be on TH. You run in a guild. Gus is gonna be on the healing leaderboard with that gear. Also, your mic cut out.
Did it? Okay. Where did it cut out at? What was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, Dreadnoks is represented here, Dethroned as well. Dethroned are a great guild. Yeah, at our height in the heyday, running M-Sword, Dreadnoks was running 4 guild.
It cut out.
All good, Jay. Thanks for flagging it, man. Yeah, so that was that, and then rings.
Keep it up. Your videos are great.
Oh, cheers, man. It's nice, nice to know people are watching. Why is Gus going to be on the heal? Is Gus talking about running the healer rings? But I'll tell you what is really good though. The pants and shirts, the celestial ones, those look very, very good. But then I'm not overly happy about the way they've like one-to-one locked them. So usually there'd be like a DPS set, and then all of those, like, you could mix and match any top and bottom from within that set. It's very sort of locked in, unfortunately, those ones. Did I remember to... Oh my god, our bags are full. Oh, and the new like weapon and combat enchants just look awful as well. I'm not very happy with those. Basically, it's like every mod, right? There's 1 or 2 good items, and then the rest are, unfortunately, they don't look great. And the companion gear is utterly stupid as well. I hope they change that. All of the I was kind of disappointed with the just like the basic stuff as well, like the epic level stuff that you can just buy from the campaign store. They've been doing a half decent job recently of making that a little bit more relevant. Like one of the items I ran in my actual M-Sword build came from the campaign store in Fae, and they just seem to have given up on putting good stuff in there this time, which is really unfortunate for newer players, because less experienced players tend to see item level first and think, oh, this one is better than that one because it's the higher thing, and that it's not good. Yeah. I remember when we first started running this, and it was a genuine concern whether we would be able to kill these things in time. It's Obviously, not so much of an issue these days. I'm more concerned about whether my bloody powers will go off. Whether I'm going to get lagged out so hard I just yeet myself off the platform. I still stand by the assertion that Shadow Slip has killed more Warlocks than any other mechanic in the game. So I remember being in Layer of Lostmouth with a kind of, well, definitely like a newer player, and they were playing a Warlock, and they were trying to jump. And another common saying of mine, right, is you know, Warlocks can't jump. So he's clearly pressing the controller very hard, and as he jumped and then tried to move forwards, he's clicked Shadow Slip and then dropped like a bloody stone. So I was trying to explain to him in chat, you know, Warlocks can't jump. You can't Shadow Slip and jump at the same time. And my god, when Zariel first came out, the amount of times I yeeted myself straight off that platform was more than I like to admit. Same with Tom as well. I mean, there is not a single platform in this game that it is possible to fall off that I have not Shadow Slipped off, let's put it that way.
Haha, just like the movie White Men Can't Jump.
Mm-hmm.
But they can gracefully hit 3S and half-cut shots.
Unfortunately, Warlocks can't do that. So this is where you kind of start losing damage when the bards are here on a Warlock. So I pressed my daily there, it just simply failed to go off. And, you know, obviously my animation cancelling is completely out of sequence as well. So if you mistime your animation cancel on the Warlock, you simply lose the damage that your at-will would have done. Also completely messes up your immunity framing when you're animation cancelling on a Warlock. It's great, we're going to risk it. So this so you often see DPS screaming out for balls. Those little AP balls are absolutely amazing.
If the bard is on Laura Master, normally it's fine. I think Kardash is on Performer, that's why you can't cancel.
It's better on Lawmaster, Kalia, definitely, but Performer's much worse, absolutely. Oh look, that was very lucky. We got most of our daily back. Might have been worth a gamble. Good to see you, by the way, Car. Oh, fight for second place, it looks like.
Let us embrace together. We bask in the glory of our new lord. Dollar so isis natok.
Nice. I hope at some point we get enough sort of AP regen that I can start looking into the build where you can get your daily back twice inside an article. I had one that was very close, but it only really worked in the training room. It wasn't something you could really deploy in a real dungeon situation. So that may have been the damage boots again, or it may have been an unfortunate series of mechanics. It doesn't help that I've got movement speed on as well, right? So if I do die, I take a much bigger penalty than I would do if I had Res Sickness on, for example.
The Mythalon. It weakens. I will fetch this corruption, you putrid wretch!
So if I was going for like ultra sweaty, I could do a power switch as I came down here, but like I say, I've never been that sweaty at DPS. Boom, 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 boom. Ha! 32.2. Lovely. Oh, I think Kadash is going to have this one, lads. Oh yeah, especially with my death stack.
Heed me! My strength blade! Strike me down! Dollar so isis natok.
No, we won't get our daily back in time. No. Ah well, at least our daily will now proc for when the balls come up. Hopefully. Oh no, we might have missed that as well. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, 2 death stacks. We're not we're not beating shit with 2 death stacks and no res sickness. Oh no, this is gonna hurt as
Tell New
well.
Jersey to stop barking.
I think Jersey's
To
in chat,
Asterisk.
man. Jersey, how do you respond to these accusations?
Ilmater! Forgive me!
Oh, yeah, no. Hmm.
Blessed be the heavens! I am free! Hear me, lich!
Damn.
No god
GG, Sam.
rise by my blood!
Bro, look the Alliance chat.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, we got a ring. Lovely. Funny. Ugh, man, this just sounds like a mill the other day. Brutal.
I'll take it XD.
Oh, wait, I can't. I need to collect my bags. What's going on? Come on.
Do you need supplies?
Before anybody says anything about guild marks, I have more than enough guild marks, okay?
I almost got my guild to a 17.
Oh, damn. That's good going. You're only 15 the other day.
Feels like the only thing I do now.
Ah, bro, I ran 22s. Oh my god. I ran 22s daily through every single one of the stronghold quests in order to build up my personal guild. It was
I mean 16, not 17.
very unpleasant. Ah, yeah. Okay. There's an order to do it in as well. I'll take a look later. You can save yourself a lot of hassle doing it in a certain way. So it's bloody adventure shards are usually the worst, and the heroic shards. That's a bit better. So if you're wondering why I'm making all these potions, Gus has a very good video on this about how to farm gold. And you know, gold tends to be quite a constant sort of a bread and butter kind of farm, if that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Stack of gold, 134. Goes up and down, you know. If you get some like a Gond event, it tends to go up a bit. But if you set up the all your workshops in order to farm that gold, then you can make a relatively steady AD income for pretty much no cost.
Is it even worth doing my workshop now I don't do Mastercraft?
So Mastercraft's like an entirely different beast, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to like farm gold, it's worth doing. But it's one of those like don't spend AD to make gold. Do you get me? It's not worth it in that regard. Oh, looks like we're done. Are we done? Ah, we are all done. Okay. Alright. So, let's go see if we can pick up some random PE groups, eh? Give me 2 minutes though. Back in 2 minutes.
If you have any questions, please let me know.
Right.
Please let me know.
So I'm gonna probably stay on the DPS. See what is going on, and then I might switch to either healer or tank, depending on what comes up.
What combat enchant is it DPS use now?
Depends on the DPS class. So I'm still using the Celestial Lightning Flash because I actually think it works better, to be perfectly honest. Well, my build certainly worked better using the Lightning Flash than the Swift Synergy. Don't really want to do any more MSOD. What's going on the random queues? Let's go do some healing, shall we? Let's go do some healing.
DWM not going of my tea.
Yeah, you definitely. So general advice,
I'm
guys.
trying to see how high
If you want
I
to
can
get to...
my movement speed. Right now I'm at 118.
Ah, that's very good. Oh god, where's this at? Now I have actually done this without a tank before, but it was a bit rough. But hey, it's probably going to make good content, you know. This is
Trying
my...
to be a lore accurate colored brother.
30 health check. God, yeah, I've got some great speed builds.
It is time to end this conflict.
Why does my keyboard keep disconnecting? There we go. Have no fear, Mary is here. So, spell... I better know what happened. I better know exactly the bloody tank he left as well. There is a particular tank who will just annoyingly disappear whenever there is a dungeon that they... well, presumably a dungeon that they feel that they can't do, and then they'll just teleport out. It's highly, highly irritating. I'd almost class it as griefing, to be honest, but I suppose, you know, there is a situation where someone just simply isn't capable of doing something, but forcing people to, like, kick you by teleporting out is not good juju, in my opinion. So, you know, on the on the other hand, we're now going to run Spell Plague Caverns without a tank, so this will be interesting. Certainly a heal test. Oh my god, I popped it. I popped it. That was me. I really need to put on some crowd control, I think. Or something a bit more useful than a blue fire eye.
Is it your favorite class for DPS?
Yeah, the Warlock I think it is. Whether or not that's just like bias from playing it so long. I mean, I also really enjoy the Wizard, but I don't know. I feel like as a player, I am a Warlock, if you get me. Oh my god, we've got a tank! And... oh wait, no. That's the dude who usually teleports out, is it? Let's see what happens.